We're going to move on now to the only sub-theme that we had this year. With Wadadli Pen, you can write about whatever you want, but sometimes we set a challenge within that to write about something in particular, and if you feel like taking up the challenge, you do. This year's sub-theme, inevitably, was 2020, because what a hellish year, am I right? So, the sub-theme was 2020, and I'm going to reverse it this time and mention the honorable mention first. And the honorable mention in the sub-theme 2020 is the author of The Juxtaposed Reprieve, Shaniqua Greaves. I hope I'm saying that right. Shaniqua will have the opportunity to participate in a BOCUS workshop. Shaniqua will receive a copy of Daylight Come by Diana McCauley, Jamaican, award-winning Jamaican writer who is with us. I see Diana there. Hi, Diana. Thanks for joining us. And also a gift certificate from Judith Webson and gifts from Rotary, which include the Kindle and all the other things that we've mentioned. Shaniqua's story is The Juxtaposed Reprieve. Do you want to say a word, Shaniqua?
Yes, thank you so much for choosing me for this award. I really am glad that my story about, as you mentioned, the hellish year of 2020 was appreciated, because it was really a poignant story coming from the heart, especially during my my experiences dealing with it. So I'm really glad that the judges appreciated it. So thank you very much.
Thank you for writing such an interesting story. And the winner of that category, the sub-theme 2020, will receive Pioneers of the Caribbean, contributed by co-author Patricia Tully, gifts from Rotary, and $250 from NEACOM, access to a workshop by the BOCUS Lit Fest. As I mentioned, BOCUS is a first-time patron, the premier, one of the most prominent literary festivals in the region. And we're very happy that they decided to partner with us this year. And that person is the author of The Great Old Wood Slave, Jason Gilead. Jason, are you with us? I see you, Jason. Say a word.
Hey, good afternoon. This is quite a shocker. Thank you so much. The Great Old Wood Slave was actually inspired by a wood slave that seemingly has taken up residence in my home. I'm not a writer by any stretch. The whole challenge came from, I'm a member of a social club, and we were challenged one night to write a story about an inanimate object and how it would view COVID. And once I did it, it was done rather quickly, and everybody was saying, "Oh, I really enjoyed your story. Why don't you submit it?" And I was like, "Nah, that's not me. I've always heard of Wadadli Pen, etc." And there was just challenge. Please do it, put it in. And I eventually submitted it the night of the deadline, and not expecting to hear anything else about it. And a few weeks ago, I think a friend of mine called me and they were like, "Are you the same Jason Gilead who is on the short list?" I'm like, "I didn't even know there was a short list or a long list." So just want to say thanks to everyone and continue the good works with Wadadli Pen.
Thank you so much, Jason. I would have to disagree with you about not being a writer, because I read The Great Old Wood Slave and you wrote it, ergo, ipso facto, as the Latin minds would say, you are a writer.